Who's going to be first in the room? 26 seconds so far and 0 people in the room. Who's going to be first? Whoever's first gets a prize. Not really, but you know. RB Animals and Movies, first in the room. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate you. I don't know if you heard what I just said, but I said, who's going to be first in the room? Whoever's first gets a prize. But not really. You get a prize by me saying good morning. How are you today? Dragon Master's Finds, my buddy. What's up, man? I've been sitting out here for a few minutes now. Just like Laurie has some bird feeders and stuff right on the other side of our porch, like right here in the yard, and there are tons of doves out here because they're not like bird feeder type feeders. They're ground feeders, so they are gathered like on our front little lawn here. And I just kind of been watching them. In case you don't know, Laurie and I are pretty avid bird watchers, I guess, as much as you can be in the city. But we love birds, so. Someone beat me. Yeah, someone beat you. I live closer. Where's my prize? I am very tired as well. Believe it or not, I actually stayed up very late last night. For me, anyway. I don't usually stay up late at night. I usually go to bed by. I mean, I guess it would be considered late to some people. I usually go to bed by midnight. But last night, Laurie and I were watching this show on Netflix that we found called The Watcher, and I think it was 7 episodes, 7 1-hour episodes. We started at like 6 o'clock, or 6 or 7 o'clock. And watched the entire series. So we were up until almost 2 a.m. watching this show. And it turned out to be kind of a dud. Like, the ending sucked, of course. So I do recommend it if you're into, like, suspense stuff, I guess. But it was just okay. Not great. It was kind of weird, the whole concept. Steven, what's going on, man? Thank you for coming in, brother. I appreciate you. The whole concept of the show was just really weird. It was about these people that moved into this house, and they were getting these letters in the mail, just from some weirdo saying that he was watching the house. And like the whole series, like I said, it was like a 6 or 7 episode, I think 7 episode series, was just about the people trying to figure out who this was, and they had all these weird neighbors, and they suspected the neighbors. And then, of course, there's, conflict between the husband and wife, because the husband is getting too obsessed over all this, and the wife is going to leave him, and there's all this other stuff going on. But, in the end, it turned out okay. Didn't really answer many questions. I'm not going to tell you too much more about that, because it's kind of a new show, I think, called The Watcher on Netflix. So, I mean, it's worth checking out, I guess, if you have nothing else to watch. RB Animals. I usually try to go to bed at midnight, but this time I got caught up in Power Rangers and went to bed at 2 o'clock. Well, Power Rangers, I'm not a huge Power Rangers fan myself, but I understand getting caught up in stuff that you like to watch. That's for sure. Which movie? It was not a Hallmark movie. No, it was called The Watchers. It was like I think a 7 episode series on Netflix. I think it's new. And my wife Laurie and I stayed up till like 2 a.m. last night watching the whole thing. Kathy, what's going on? Kokomo, Indiana. I've been there once. I've been to Kokomo Toys one time in my life. Have you ever been to Kokomo Toys? Anthony was working on a video. Awesome. The good brother. What's going on, man? Get off of YouTube and get some money. get off YouTube and get some money. Yeah, I would love to do that, man. YouTube does not pay me very much money whatsoever, so I understand what you mean. David Jones, what's going on? So welcome, guys. I appreciate you guys being here today. We're just hanging out. I don't really have a whole lot planned. I thought maybe we would just do kind of like we did last week, or not last week, but 2 weeks ago, and just hang out, talk about stuff. You know, kind of let the conversation evolve into whatever you guys want to talk about. I do have, if you haven't seen my recent videos, 2 or 3 videos ago, I did buy a Rey Mysterio Gujitsu figure. I've been dying to open this thing. I don't know why. These Gujitsus are not anything great, I don't think. But it just, I'll tell you why. I'll tell you what it is. Especially the wrestling ones. The wrestling ones are what draws me into this. Because when I was a kid, I had the LJN, WWF LJN stretch Hulk Hogan. And this kind of feels like there's a little thing that you can feel it. We're going to open up here in a second. But like one of my friends busted it. I only had it for like a day and a half. And one of my stupid friends like wrecked it and popped it. And all this white powder came out and I couldn't play with it anymore. So I never had another one. I've still not had another one because they're pretty freaking expensive. Excuse me. So anyway, this reminds me of the old school 80s WWF LJN stretch figure. So that's why I kind of wanted to open that and see what it was. I don't know if you guys can hear the doves. Let me do a dove call here. That usually gets them. I bet you guys didn't think when you tuned into this live stream that you were going to hear me talking to the doves this morning, did you? I told you, he usually gets their attention. I think, oh, there's one. Oh, guys, they're nesting. They're nesting right up in our porch. Oh, my gosh, I wonder if I can get this. Let me see. I don't want to disturb her, though. Let's see. Let me see if I can get this for you guys. Let's see. Can you guys see that? She's right up there. You see her? She's nesting in the top of our porch. Oh, that's awesome. That's pretty cool. All right, well, that's cool. That makes me happy. I will not torture the doves. Oh, she just flew off. I will not torture the doves. I will leave them alone. And we'll talk about toys and YouTube and thrifting and all that kind of stuff instead of doves today, I guess. I love doves. Let me catch up on some of this stuff. Sorry, guys. Let's see. Bassman, what's going on, man? Sorry about that. I didn't see your good morning earlier. Dragon Masters finds. I'll make sure you make some money if you come to the flea market with me next week. Oh man, I'm gonna try. I've already kind of committed to going to the Chester County Toy Show. They sent me an invitation to that. So I don't know for sure. If not next week, I'll definitely come down and go with you. Maybe the following weekend. The Watchers was released June 7th, 2024. Oh, cool. Oh, yeah, I knew it was pretty new. Fortnite balls. I found a recent WWE Mattel Elite Wave in a clearance section. Build-A-Figure Goga. Check it out. $13. Wow. That's awesome. There's still my Walmart never has clearance. I'm assuming Walmart, right? Hey, happy birthday. You see how he purposely ignoring my comments? What do you mean? I'm not ignoring any comments, right? I don't think, did I? I don't know. RB Animals. I was at Walmart the other day and saw a Rey Mysterio Jr. wrestling figure that looked cool as heck. Yeah, Rey Mysterio is one of my favorites. One of my favorite modern wrestlers. I don't collect a lot of modern wrestling stuff. I do. I don't know. I'm still going back and forth with Ultimate Edition. I love the sounds that they make. Yeah, I do too. Nice new hat. Yeah, actually, I've had this for a couple months now, I think. Just got the Transformers model kit. They're nice. Cool. What's for breakfast today? Nothing. I just got up at like 8:15. I haven't had anything yet. Coffee. Coffee is what's for breakfast in my nice Bigfoot coffee mug. Harrison, what's going on, man? Is that toy show in Chester good in Chester County? I think this is the first one. I think this is their first one that they've done in Chester County. It's going to be in Exton at the some hotel, banquet hall or whatever. But yeah, I think this is their first one they've done. So they wanted to invite, I guess from the email that I got, they wanted to invite some people out to spread the word about it or whatever. So I'm supposed to go and do a video of it and, all that good stuff. So do I smoke? No, I don't smoke. No, my voice is just like scratchy in the morning when I get up. Plus I'm outside and it's cold. It's actually really cold this morning. So my voice cracks and is scratchy and I have to have coffee to cheer me up. So what are you guys, has anybody, I know Anthony went thrifting this week. Did anybody go thrifting or toy hunting? Find anything awesome this week? To be honest with you guys, I have not done much thrifting or toy hunting at all this week. I did post that video a few days ago of the Savage Crucibles figure that they sent me. Savage Crucible. I always say Crucibles. I don't know why. Savage Crucible figure that they sent me. The other day, which was cool. I always enjoy getting figures from them to review for you guys. But I actually haven't been shopping in a while, like all week, I don't think. It's supposed to be nice later, I think 70-ish. Yeah, I think it was supposed to be. I think it's going to rain, though, later on today, or later tonight. Excuse me. I thought about doing a video of my movie collection. You should. I thought about doing a video of my movie collection, too. I'm just not sure people would enjoy that, I guess. I always second guess my own videos. Like, I should just do whatever I want to make videos of because it's my channel. But I'm always like, I don't know, would people want to watch that? Would people want to see my, I was going to organize, we had these built-in bookshelves and in my living room, and I was going to organize my DVDs and stuff. And I was like, I don't know, would people want to watch a video of that? But I don't know, you should. Let's see, let me go back and see. Sorry, guys. Getting kind of behind. Went to a few Ross. Target has their wrestlers on sale now. Oh, cool. So Target was where you found those ones on clearance? I'll have to maybe check out a Target this week. Nothing new in North Carolina. I've not been to a thrift store in 3 weeks. That's a long time to be without going to a thrift store. To me, anyway. Went to Goodwill, and they don't have much at Kokomo Goodwill. Yeah, I don't know. Goodwill's, they're hit or miss. Very hit or miss. Do you have a wife? Yes, I do have a wife. I'm going to try not to thrift this week. Save money for the flea market. Good idea. I'm going to try to thrift very little this week so I can save some money for the toy show on Saturday or Sunday. But I still got to make videos, so I got to thrift a little bit. So if you guys see me not buying a whole lot this week, you'll understand why. I'm trying to save some money for the toy show next weekend. David, I'm from North Carolina too. Not me, but RB Animals. Grilled cheese or quesadilla? Grilled cheese, definitely. I'm not a huge quesadilla fan. I mean, I like them; they're okay, but I'd much rather have tacos or burritos than quesadillas. Um, but definitely grilled cheese. Oh, I still have that movie to send you. What movie is that? I don't remember. Jennifer Rose. I forget which one you told me it was. Jennifer Rose is my sister, by the way, guys. So you can say hi to my sister if you want to. Go to the bathroom. I did that already. Thank you. Yep. With my collection, I have to do it in 4 or 5 parts. I understand, man. I understand that you have a pretty huge movie collection. That would be pretty cool. I would enjoy that. I would watch it. Shout out, please, Malik Shargil. What's going on, man? Thank you for coming in. I appreciate you being here. The Stuff. Oh, yeah. The Stuff. Yeah. I love... Oh, that's something we could talk about. Horror movies, if you guys want to. I don't know if you guys like horror movies. My sister just mentioned Jennifer Rose. Just mentioned The Stuff. You guys ever watch that, like, from the 80s? That was one of our, like, biggest, like, secret thrill movies, I guess you would say, from the 80s. Because, like, when we were kids, we weren't really allowed to watch a whole lot of horror stuff. My mom just didn't let us watch a lot of that stuff. But, like, the really cheesy ones, like The Stuff and Killer Clowns from Outer Space, like the really cheesy 80 horror movies, somehow we got to watch Gremlins and Ghoulies and stuff like that. So, yeah, if you're a fan of 80s cheesy horror movies, what's your favorite 80s cheesy horror movie? Kathy Harris, hi. RB Animals. I found a tiny house and it's 17,000. Yeah, you said you and your mom were gonna move into a tiny house. That's pretty cool. I've seen on TV tiny houses, people moving into tiny houses, but I've never known anyone that lived in one. So you have to let us know. What's your BMI? BMI? I don't even know what that means. Remind me of how do I send something to you? How do you send something to me? Like in the mail? You can email me. Send me an email at JPhillyRetroToys@gmail.com. And I'll send you my address if you want to send something. You don't have to. I appreciate that, though. I always love getting presents from you guys. But yeah, JPhillyRetroToys. Same as my YouTube name, only toys at the end. JPhillyRetroToys@gmail.com. Excuse me. And I'll send you my address. I was a wuss. Not too many scary movies. Yeah, I know Anthony doesn't like scary movies that much. I love horror movies. What's your favorite color? My favorite color is probably... I don't know. I like purple, I guess, a lot. Purple. Kind of cool. I'm watching you live from Iran. Awesome! That's cool, man. What time is it in Iran? Thank you for being here. I appreciate that. Are you going to try to go live every Sunday? Right now, probably every other Sunday. I don't know if I'll be able to do it every Sunday. Like, honestly, I actually thought about bailing on you guys today. No offense or anything. But I thought about bailing on it on the live stream today because, like I said earlier, I was up. Laurie and I were up until 2 a.m. watching TV, watching this Netflix show. And then I got up and I had a headache. We left the window open. We slept with the window open. So I got up and I had a headache and just felt like crap. So I thought about bailing this morning, but you know, Chris P. Bacon, what's up, man? Where'd your neck go? Where'd my neck go? I still got a neck, bro. It's right here. Cujo is one of my favorite horror movies from the 80s. Yeah, Cujo's awesome. I love the old 80s Stephen King movies. Pet Cemetery was one of our other ones that we were somehow able to watch. Vertical Lives bring out all the weirdos. Yeah, no kidding. It's fine. I don't mind. So, I mean, it boosts my numbers, so the more the merrier for all I care. I just ignore them. uh, he's body shaming you. I don't care. Come on. Why does it matter about his neck? What's your favorite movie? Hey, Robert, what's going on, man? What is my favorite movie? My favorite movie. I don't know if I have one favorite movie. Like, I have several favorite movies from, like, of course, 80s movies. Um, are my favorites. Raiders of the Lost Ark is a huge favorite. Back to the Future. E.T. is a huge favorite. The Goonies is a huge favorite. Those are probably, I would say those are probably my top four. Definitely. Did you know Stephen King used to be a teacher before he started writing books? I think I heard that somewhere before. I think I did hear that. The stuff. Anything with Will Ferrell is my favorite. Will Ferrell's pretty good. I like Will Ferrell too. Elf is one of our favorite Christmas movies. Um, Elf is definitely a classic. Excuse me. JPhilly, is there any 80s toy line that you want to get into? That's a good question. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of 80s toy lines that I don't own. Probably that I want to get into that I don't currently own. I don't know. There's probably a ton of them. I would like to get more mask vehicles. Excuse me. I don't have any vehicles. I do have mask figures. But I don't have any vehicles for them. So I would like to get more mask vehicles. I don't know. My mind's drawing a blank right now. But yeah, I guess mask, I would say. Ferris Bueller's Day Off is good. Yep, Rocky 4. Yeah, I guess I'm going to have to hire some mods for my live stream so people can kick these idiots out. Dark Knight. Do you collect Dungeons and Dragons? I have a couple of the modern ones, like the remake ones. But I do not have any of the old ones. When I was a kid, it was like in the 80s, like the Satanic Panic type thing. My mom and dad never, well, especially my mom, didn't let us have, like, I was barely allowed to watch Smurfs, guys, at first, for a while. We weren't allowed to watch Dungeons and Dragons. We weren't allowed to watch, I was barely allowed to watch He-Man. I mean, for the Pete's sake, because my mom was like, now, He-Man doesn't have the power. Jesus has the power. And I'm like, yeah, I know, Mom, but it's a cartoon. It's freaking awesome. I was barely allowed to watch He-Man. Um, Hi.
Hi.
What's up?
Nothing. I'm gonna get you some coffee.
Oh, here, I'll take the dog.
Oh, okay.
Come here.
She wanted to come see you anyway.
She did.
Yep, she's cold.
All right. So, yeah, I was barely able to allowed to watch He-Man. Um, yeah, so I do like Dungeons and Dragons from what I've seen of it as an adult. I would definitely be into that. I would definitely want to collect. That's probably one. Somebody asked me what line I would want to collect. Dungeons and Dragons are pretty cool. I do like I do have. No, it's okay. She's just walking by. She's just walking by. I did get into this line called The Other World by a company called Arco. And that's pretty cool. It kind of reminds me of Dungeons and Dragons. It's got like these warriors and these demons and monsters and dragons and stuff like that. They're pretty cool. That I do enjoy those types of figures. So yeah, the Other World I definitely want to get more of. Dungeons and Dragons I would definitely be into collecting stuff like that, and also like bootleg stuff like galactic warriors and things like that. You know, like these like the He-Man style bootleg figures are pretty cool. I would like to have more of those too. So that's just a few of few lines that I would be interested in getting into. Let me scroll down here so I can see some of these comments. Sorry guys, I got distracted. Let's see. You collect Dungeons and Dragons, which is what I just talked about. I saw some Thundercats toys that I thought about picking up. Yeah, Thundercats are awesome. I love He-Man, Thundercats, all that stuff. Is what I love. All mod, okay. I might talk to some of you guys about modding, being modifiers for my next one. No, Jennifer. Davey, what are you talking about, man? You mean no, Jennifer. Hello, Anchor. Satanic Panic, OG days, yeah. Strict, yep. You can mod me, but I'll take care of the stuff on the lives. Okay, cool. Dragon Master, I appreciate it. I don't know how to do that right now that I'm on here, but for the next time I'll do it. If anybody knows, let me know. Get the hell back to work, boy. What? No, Jennifer, you controller. Davey, go lay down somewhere, bro. But that was just the way it was back then. She was a great mom. Oh yeah, I'm not saying she wasn't a great mom. You like Monty Python? Yes. Cute doggy, thanks. What breed is your dog? She is a when we got her, we were told she was a rat terrier, but she looks and acts more like a fox terrier. So I think she might be like a mix. She's freezing. It's freezing out here, guys. Let's see. Dragon Master. Remember when 309 Liberty wanted to make like $1 million for them TMNT figs on the cards? Yeah, guys. There was one of our local thrift stores had like a bunch of figures, like vintage figures, on card one day when Anthony went in there. He sent me pictures of it. Wasn't it? I think it was like TMNT and GI Joe, right? They had like probably 30 figures on the card, but their prices were crazy. They were like, I mean, depending on what figures they were, I couldn't really tell in the picture, but depending on what figures they were and what what condition they were in, they may not have been too crazy, but way too much for a thrift store. French Bulldog? No, it's a rat terrier. What's your dog's name? Her name is Mary Jane. Steven, my son Steven named her when he was a little, and he named her after Spider-Man's girlfriend. Like he was huge into Spider-Man, so he named her Mary Jane. Do you have any bootleg WWF? I do. Yeah, I do have a couple bootleg WWF. Like the ones that look kind of like He-Man figures. He loves dogs. I have a question. Would you like to watch a tree grow or a Negro? Whatever. Did you say that just so I said the word Negro? Really? That's stupid. If I remember right, you have to go back after the live stream is done to mod anyone. Okay. Yeah, I will. I'll definitely do that next time. For now, guys, just ignore these people that are in here. He's from Scotland. Awesome. Nickwick, I appreciate you being here, man. Yeah, she is cold. Lori just left her out here. I'm in Jersey, and the temperature literally halved since yesterday. Yeah, it was nice yesterday. It was like almost 85, I think, here yesterday. It was like in the low 80s. And right now it's probably like 40. It's freezing. Let's see. Your dog is very cute. And a very cute name. Thank you. 3 favorite villains of all time. Ooh, that's a good one. My 3 favorite villains. Now, if you're... I guess if you're talking about just cartoons or movies, movies or I don't know. I'll just tell you, like, of all time, including everything. Probably Skeletor. Skeletor. Let's see. 3 favorite villains. Wow, that's hard. That's a tough one. I don't know. I'll have to think about that. Skeletor for sure. It was 79 here last night when I got home. Yes, you do have WF. Yes, do you have WF bootleg John Stud? I want to send to you. If not, no, I only have the Hulk Hogan bootleg, and then one that kind of looks like Andre the Giant. I don't have a John Stud one. Darth Vader, yeah, Darth Vader. Vince McMahon. Yeah, Vince McMahon was a pretty scumbag villain back in the day. Seems like a villain in real life and on TV. Yeah, he is. Vince McMahon is a dirtbag, man. I know. She's shaking. She shakes all the time when she's cold. All right. So when Lori gets back, we'll open up this Rey Mysterio figure. Yeah, I would say Skeletor, Darth Vader for sure. And I don't know. I'll think about it. Yeah, she is being very good. She's not barking. There's people getting in their cars and stuff, and she's not barking at them at all. She's getting old. She's going to be 15 this year, and she's starting to slow down a little bit. Starting to slow down with Donald Trump. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not going to get into politics here, but that's pretty funny. Anyway, she's slowing down. She's 15. She's, she doesn't even bother to bark at people anymore, really. Look, you see yourself on there? She's like, what? I think I saw a short video last night about Chris Benoit and how he murdered his family. Yeah. Yeah, Chris Benoit. I don't know what to think about Chris Benoit. A lot of people, think he's this terrible monster. I think he had some really bad issues, mental health issues that just were never treated. I mean, what he did was terrible, but Terminator. Yeah, Terminator. I mean, he was a good villain, but then he became a good guy. So a little bit of redemption. That was crazy. I remember when that was happening and seeing it on the news. Yeah, the original Terminator movie, Arnold was the villain. Yep, that's a good movie too. One of my '80s favorites. Remember when he was my favorite for a while when I was a kid. Rhodes and other drugs messed up his brain. Yeah, Rhodes. Um, yeah, I mean he was a great wrestler. Great wrestler. One of the best. Um, can I pet that dog? Yeah, here you go. You can pet her. Pet your screen. Go ahead. Just don't let anybody see you doing that. Um, Chucky. Yeah, that's a good one. Thanks. You're welcome. Chucky is a good one. Jason Voorhees. I don't know. I don't really think of them as villains. Like, I guess they are, right? Like horror villains. I wasn't. Oh, thank you, babe. Thank you, honey.
You're welcome.
She's been good.
Come
She's
here,
been sitting
Mom.
here.
Come here, baby.
Hasn't really been making any noises.
Oh, that's
Um, yeah, I haven't. I don't really think of horror people as villains, really, but I guess they are, right? Chucky is also a good one. Do you have any Rambo? I do. Only Rambo I have is Rambo himself. And I don't have any accessories to him. Which is one. Speaking of, I mean, somebody asked me earlier, like, what's one toy line I would like to get into? Like, that question is so hard for me because I want to get every toy, every toy line from the '80s and '90s. I would love to have every figure. Like, but Rambo is cool. I would like to have Rambo, more Rambo figures. I do have one Rambo, but he's kind of, he's kind of beat, not in great shape. So, Beavis and Butthead. Beavis and Butthead. They're Beavis and Butthead are villains. How's your legs? Better. Thank you. Thank you for asking. Um, my right leg, I've not really had much problem with it. My left leg is better. It's getting better. Thank you for asking that, though. I appreciate that. The evil clowns from Killer Clowns, scary as anything for a small child. Yes, that is true. The Soviet Union guy from Rocky 3. I think you're talking about Rocky 4. Ivan. What's his name? Ivan Drago. Yep. He was pretty cool as a villain. Especially when he killed Clubber Lang in the beginning of the movie. Joker has to be. Joker, yeah, definitely. Joker is definitely. See, you guys can think of all these ones when I'm put on the spot, man. I can't think. Joker's definitely one of my top 10, definitely for sure. I'll be watching your live stream and watching Batman. Cool. What's your favorite superhero? You have type 6 diabetes. I don't have type anything diabetes, bro. Thank you for your concern, though. Who's your favorite superhero? Batman. Batman for sure. I love Batman. And I love like all forms of Batman. Especially like the Super Friends style Batman from like that era. I like a lot of stuff with that character on it. Oh yeah, Joker. Yes, it's hard to just collect a few toy lines. I get into one and jump in it. Yeah, I do too. It's like I've tried so many times. You can ask my wife, my son, Anthony, like a lot of people that know me know that I've considered many, many times just collecting, a couple of toy lines. And it's so hard to limit, not limit myself, but to like contain my likes, or my want to collect to just one or two toy lines, whatever it is. Apparently Batman can't be beat. What? Apparently Batman can beat anyone with prep time. Yeah, that's what I hear. Do you like Spawn or Hellboy? My son Steven loves Spawn action figures. And Hellboy's okay. I haven't. I'm not a huge comic book reader. So I just go by what I've seen from the movies. And I heard that the Hellboy movies weren't the greatest. I thought they were okay because I didn't really know any different. But apparently Hellboy is pretty awesome in the comics, but I've never read them. I wish DC would get their heads out of their butts and make a Batman Beyond live action movie. That would be awesome. Favorite toys as a kid was my stretch monster. Are you talking about the green? Okay, who said that? Your retro toys. Are you talking about the Stretch Armstrong, like the green Crusher monster? I had that. I love that. I want that again. That's like one of my grails. I remember having that when I was a kid. That you could stretch him and like you could like smush him up and I have a video of my favorite villains and superheroes on my channel. Cool. Yeah, guys, go check out RB Animals and Movies. He does some good videos. What is your country? United States. I know Steven being on there with you when he is. You have a good son. Thank you, Kathy. I appreciate that. Steven is a very, very good son. He's a good kid. He he has his issues like all of us. But he's almost 19 and he loves video games and he loves action figures and he loves you know a lot of things that younger kids like, which is fine. But he's a good kid. So thank you. I appreciate you saying that. Let's see. Let's go back up here. Another video I thought about doing is my Batman collection. Yeah, RB Animals. Those are great ideas, man. You should definitely do those. I would love to see that stuff. I'm sure there are a lot of people that would like to see that. Excuse me. Your favorite animal? My favorite animal? Dogs. Gotta be dogs. I love dogs. What movie quote is the most iconic? The Rocky speech that everyone tries to replicate? Either it's got to be like "I'll be back" or something simple, something from like a classic, iconic movie. Let's see. Love the mug. Yeah, thank you. My wife got that for me. It's like a Bigfoot, just chilling out, having some coffee. Yes, me and my friends stretched it so much and snapped it in half, and all of this thick gel came oozing out. Oh, I remember I had that Stretch Armstrong. Um, it's called the Crusher. It's like this green monster with orange eyes. It's from like the late 70s, I think. Excuse me. And I had that when I was a kid, I think, or someone I knew had it and gave it to me, or for a while I had it, but I don't know what happened to it. Like, I'm not sure whatever happened to mine, but I would love to have that again. That's like you guys were asking me a couple weeks ago about my grails. That's one of my grails. Is I would love to have that Stretch Armstrong Crusher again. Um, my head of year from secondary school and PE teacher were way more evil than anyone in the Legion of Doom. That's funny. Hi, bud. How are the days going on? Hey, Paris, what's going on, man? Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Your mom. Does he like femboys? I don't even know what that is. Hello, I'm new here. What are you doing? Edax, what's going on? I am just sitting here drinking coffee talking to my friends. So thank you for being here. Where are you from? I am from. I live in Pennsylvania. That's not where I'm from, but that's where I'm at right now. My Batman collection is not just toys. Cool. Yeah, my Batman collection. And again, this is like I said, I have many different interests, and unfortunately, over time, I've bought things and sold things and got rid of collections and stopped collecting things and started them back up. So if I had like all the stuff that I started off with having, I would have a massive toy collection. How's everything going? Not bad, nerd. Oh, nerd life. What's going on, man? Top 5 favorite movies. I think somebody asked that earlier. I don't know about like top 5, but 5 of my favorite movies in no particular order would have to be Back to the Future, Raiders of the Lost Ark. Man, my hand is hurting. I don't know what I did to it. Raiders of the Lost Ark, Back to the Future, E.T., The Goonies. I think that's where I got stuck last time because I couldn't think of a 5th one. Gremlins, maybe? Gremlins? Maybe. Nice, bro. You're looking good. Thank you. I only collect Batman thongs. Really? Did you just say Transylvania? No. I'm not allowed to show off my collection at the house anymore. I don't know what to do because I got in trouble the last time I tried to show them off outdoors. I donated $1 million. Okay. To you. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm a millionaire now. Which actor do you think is the most renowned? One that can do a remote place in Africa and they know him? Arnold? Sylvester? Yeah, maybe. Arnold, Sylvester, Harrison Ford, maybe. Harrison Ford is one of my favorites. But Arnold and Sylvester Stallone, probably bigger names than Harrison Ford, I guess, even. Maybe in other places of the world. They would probably recognize, somebody like that. For sure. I'm going to be doing a video on my Pez collection. Cool. Do you like the movie Nerds? Nerds? Like Revenge of the Nerds? I don't know. Honestly, I don't know if I've ever seen Revenge of the Nerds. Which is a shame because it's, supposedly 80s. Nice classic movies. Yep. I lost my friend to USA. I'm sorry to hear that. I completely forgot about the Goonies. I have to rewatch that soon. Yeah, Goonies is awesome. Man, I'm freezing out here. I have my 80s Ghostbusters Firehouse. 80s Ghostbusters. That's one of the awesome movies. 80s Ghostbusters on display in my house. Got it for Christmas when I was 5. That's awesome. And I was 41 last week. That's cool. 80s Ghostbusters Firehouse is definitely something that I would love to acquire at some point. I do have a few of the Ghostbusters, real Ghostbusters ghosts. A couple of the, like Vinkman and those guys. We're going to open this up real quick, guys, just so I can check this out. But the 80s Ghostbusters Firehouse, the real Ghostbusters Firehouse, definitely something that I would like to have at some point. What actor would you say is underrated? I'd say Steve Carell. Underrated? Steve Carell's awesome. I like him a lot. There's a lot of underrated actors, in my opinion. All right, this is cool. Look at this. Check it out, guys. It's my first time ever opening a Gujitsu. You guys know, if you watch my channel, I've been dying to check one of these out again, just because this reminds me of the WWF Hasbro LJN stretch figures from the 80s. I had a Hulk Hogan one when I was a kid, and one of my friends ripped it apart and busted it, and I had to throw it away, which crushed me. So I've always wanted to check out these, especially the wrestling ones. It's pretty cool. Kind of like exactly what I thought it would be like. It's got a hard plastic head, which is cool, or mask, you know. But the rest of him is stretchy. Cool. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this now, but oh, thank you. Thanks, man.
You're welcome.
I was freezing out here.
I know.
I have such a wonderful freaking wife. Just brought me a hoodie to put on, or a little jacket, whatever you want to call it. All right. Sorry, guys. I'm getting behind on the comments here. I'll have to catch up. All right. Now I'm fine. Steve Carell. Yes, Steve Carell is definitely. I don't know if I would say he's underrated. He's been in a lot of stuff, so people know about him, and people know that he's talented. I think, especially from The Office, one of my favorite shows, one of my favorite sitcoms, The Office. What about you guys? What's your favorite sitcom? Put your favorite sitcom in the chat. Let's see. Christopher Walken. I've been ripping packs of the new Garbage Pail Kids Chrome. Awesome. I love Garbage Pail Kids. Another 80s thing that I friggin' love. And I've not really gotten into the modern ones. I've had a few packs. Excuse me. We actually went to this thrift store at one time. I think Steven and Anthony, maybe? Yeah, I think Anthony was there. Dragon Master's Finds. And they had the modern Chrome Garbage Pail Kids packs for like $2 a pack. And I got several of them and opened them up on the channel. That was a while ago. But other than that, I've never opened any of the new ones. I had the Ghostbusters lunchbox. That's cool. I had Stretch Armstrong. Awesome. Shifty Thrifter. Thank you for coming in, brother. Wish you still had those authentic masks I brought you from Mexico. Yeah, my sister. I do too. I don't know what happened to those. Man. My sister went to Mexico with our church when she was a kid, like a teenager, and brought me back some Lucha Libre masks from Mexico, which was pretty awesome. And I had them in my wrestling collection for years. Slow down, a-hole. I had them in my wrestling collection for years. I actually went and bought some like foam heads, those foam like heads for wigs, and put the masks on them and displayed them in my collection. They were awesome. I don't know whatever happened to them. I think, well, I know what happened to them. I think I sold them with my wrestling collections that I sold back in like 2002, 2003. I wish that's one of my biggest regrets collecting wise, was selling my wrestling collection, because my wrestling collection was freaking awesome and would be worth a whole lot of money these days. Which fighter do you like? Fighter? You mean like UFC fighter? Or you have to let me know what you mean by that. I've never seen the movie Goonies. You've never seen the movie Arby Animals and Movies? The movie guy has never seen Goonies? Wow. You got to watch it. It's fantastic. I used to search for treasure maps in my basement because of Goonies when I was a kid. Your wife is amazing. She is amazing. Best wife ever. I have a small collection of Gujitsu. Awesome. Gotta be Friends. Oh yeah, my sister loves Friends. Jennifer Rose. She loves Friends. Oh yeah, I forgot. I asked you guys. I asked you guys what your favorite sitcom was. Seinfeld is good. My mom likes Seinfeld, believe it or not. Friends has always been my favorite sitcom. Yep, same with my sister. King of Queens, awesome show. One of my favorites as well. King of Queens was actually my favorite until I saw the full series of The Office. Ghost USA is a great show, much better than our UK original. Ghosts? I don't know if I've ever Ghost USA. I don't know if I've ever seen that. Is that like a sitcom type comedy show, or is it a movie, or what kind of show is that? 80s Toy Man. I get so nostalgic over Happy Days and Laverne and Shirley. Oh yeah, yeah, we used to watch those when we were kids. Happy Days, Laverne and Shirley. You know, Lucy, Leave It to Beaver. My mom made us watch. Didn't make us watch all of them, but she introduced all those to us. Friends, Power Rangers, and all the Batman are my favorite TV shows. Awesome. As far as older shows go, I actually really enjoy MASH. MASH is actually a show that I just never got into. MASH was always, like when MASH came on, it was time to turn the channel at my house when I was a kid. And I never really got into it as an adult either. I don't know why. I mean, I've never really given it a chance. I guess I should maybe check it out again. Anson Williams and Don Most, a.k.a. Potsy and Ralph Mal, were at RetroCon. Yeah, I think I saw that. I saw like a panel that they were doing. Like on YouTube or something. Somebody had it listed. Oh, here we go with the go to the bathroom again. Goonies is arguably the greatest classic movie of all time. Yeah, Jennifer Rose. Goonies is one of her favorites too. So that is correct. Goonies is pretty freaking awesome. Are you good? Yeah, I'm good. Married with Children is cool. Ohio, what's going on, man? Thank you. Need any help or any money? I'll always take money, bro. If you want to send me money, I'll take it. There's like a tab right there where you can send me money if you want to. I have Goonies in my collection. Yep, I have Goonies in my collection as well. Kate and Allie. Oh my gosh, I forgot about Kate and Allie. That's been forever since I thought about that show. I don't know why I did that. It's a BBC America. It's family-friendly comedy series. Awesome. I'll have to check it out. I don't really watch a whole lot of BBC stuff. I don't know why. Sherlock. What was that, Sherlock? I guess it was called Sherlock. The Sherlock Holmes with Benedict Cumberbatch. That's my favorite BBC show that I've seen. Do you need help? Do you need any money? Yeah, I told you, man. Money right there. You can add it right there. Click that, and you can send me money. I appreciate it. I like the English version of Ghosts better than the American version. I'll have to check that out. I've not seen that at all. RetroCon is one of the best local toy shows. RetroCon is, Steven, is that the one in Oaks? I think. Maybe maybe that's the one you're talking about, RetroCon. I was at that panel. Awesome. And of course, Alf. Alf, of course. How could I forget Alf? Click the super chat button, Ohio. Exactly. Dragon Master Finds knows what I'm talking about. Click the super chat button, and you can send me some money if you want to. Keep saying so. I'm not gonna say no. Alf was pretty awesome. Not Doctor Who. I've never seen Doctor Who. Believe it or not, I've never seen a single episode of Doctor Who. Which, I know, being the nerd that I am, is shameful. But honestly, I've never seen Doctor Who. Oaks, yes. I've been to RetroCon at Oaks. I wasn't sure if that was like the Pennsylvania RetroCon you were talking about, if there was another RetroCon somewhere. Yeah, I've been to the. I didn't go to the one last year, but the one before that I went to. Surely the best BBC show ever. They make any Goosebump action figures? I know they've made like Funko Pops from Goosebumps, but I don't do Funko Pops anymore. I'm not sure. They may. Did anybody else know? Did they ever make any Goosebumps action figures? I'm not really into Goosebumps. That came out like way after I was like as an adult, I think. I'm that old, guys. Can I be a mod? Yeah, next time you can be a mod if you want to. I think Anthony, excuse me, guys. I think Anthony is going to be a mod next time, so everybody can be a mod. Why not? You like the old Twilight Zone? Yes, I love the old Twilight Zone. I actually have several DVDs in my collection from the Twilight Zone. Every September, yep. Yeah, last September I didn't get to go. I think I was having some issues with my legs or something. For some reason, I didn't get to go. Taco Bell had some Goosebumps Kids Meal toys. Oh, cool. There you go. Tales from the Crypt. Awesome. Tales from the Crypt is like one of those things I was talking about earlier when, when I said that somehow I was able to see a lot of these 80s horror things, scary things that my mom didn't want us to see, I guess. Tales from the Crypt is definitely is Tales from the Crypt from 80s or 90s? I forget. We were very sneaky kids, yes. I want a retro audio show kick right now. Horror and sci-fi. YouTube is full of them. Awesome. It's very British humor. Oh, the church bells are going off. Can you guys hear that? It's time for church. Get your butt to church. I live kind of in the city. So like probably actually just like a block over. A block up and a block over, there's a big church. So that's what the bells are that you guys can hear in the background. Sorry, it's a very British humor, so I don't know if America got it, but Red Dwarf used to be funny. You know what? I actually saw like I think the whole series of Red Dwarf on VHS at a thrift store just a couple weeks ago. And I looked at them, actually looked at the boxes and stuff, and I thought about getting it, but I passed on it. I should have got them, I think, just to check it out once. Even if I didn't like it, I could have got rid of it, but I didn't get them. It was probably, I don't know, probably 10 or 12 VHS tapes from the series, the Red Dwarf. So, I don't know. I should have probably picked them up. 70s, there was a Tales from the Crypt movie. Oh, okay. Judith, you send me $100,000. I would appreciate that very much. Thank you. Go ahead, hit that super chat. Hit the super chat button. Send me $100,000, and I will pray for you and have the Lord bless you today. I will send you my pamphlet about how you too can have a prosperous life. Send me $100,000. I will pray for you. I will send you my prosperous life pamphlet, and I will ask the Lord to bless you today. I appreciate that. Go ahead and do that now. In the 90s were Goosebumps toys. Yeah, I never got into Goosebumps at all. Not even the books. All in the Family, another great sitcom. Yeah, All in the Family. I remember watching that when I was younger. I don't have cable or anything right now, so I don't really watch a lot. I mean, I know they're on streaming and stuff, but I don't know why I said that. I don't think anybody has cable anymore. all stuff I watched with my mom and my grandfather. Yeah, that's the same here. My mom introduced us to all that stuff. All in the Family. Like we were saying earlier, like Leave It to Beaver, Happy Days, Andy Griffith. That's one of my favorite. My mom's favorites is Andy Griffith. So we always watch Andy Griffith, all that stuff. Stop it! And what did I do? Oh, with the sending me $100,000. Thanks for a great stream. Take care. Be safe. Bass man, thank you, man. I appreciate it. Der Millionaire. Hello. Thank you for being here. Dukes, Pats, or Genos? I think somebody asked me that last time. I've never had. Honestly, I've never been to either one. I know that's probably sacrilegious. I've never had either one, so I don't know. I'm not a big Pats. From what I hear, I should try them at least once. I don't get down into South Philly very often, so blasphemy. I know. Which one do you like better? Have you tried either one of those? My favorites are Angelo's, John's Roast Pork. I forget what other ones I've had. But I live like in Montgomery County, which is northwest of Philadelphia. Excuse me. I live about 45 minutes outside of like South Philly. So out where I live, Goombas is good. I've had Goombas. Cheesesteaks. Alex's Cheesesteaks is a new one in the Norristown, Plymouth meeting area, which I haven't tried yet. So, yeah, I'll have to try some of those. Pats for sure, but they are better out there. Crazy Joe, what's going on, man? Crazy Joe's Concession Stand is another great channel, guys. If you don't subscribe to him, definitely check him out. Great channel if you like movies. RB Animals and Movies. If you don't know Crazy Joe, go check out his channel. He's another movie lover, so definitely check him out. Does all kind of awesome like movie reviews and things like that. Simpsons used to be an obsession, but lost interest when it went woke and Apu disappeared. Oh, they took Apu off? That's kind of weird. I didn't know that. Sorry, guys. I'm freezing out here. It's starting to get windy again. Top of the morning to you, Art. Sorry, guys. I'm just going to catch up on your... Do you know about the Chester County Collectibles Show next Sunday? Yeah, I was just saying that earlier. I am planning to be there at the Chester County Collectibles Show. In Exton at some hotel. I forget what hotel it's at. Guys, it is freezing out here. Ugh. But yes, your retro choice. I am planning to be there. Are you going there? Maybe we could, I think that's the same guy that, like, flew through here earlier. Anyway, your retro choice. If you're going to be there, look for me. Definitely. I would love to say hi to you and meet you. Leave It to Beaver, surprisingly good and somehow holds up today. Yeah, Leave It to Beaver's awesome. Blasphemy. Walker Texas Rangers, another great show. I've never really got into that either. Pats for sure, but they're better out there. Yeah, Pats is. I'm definitely gonna have to check out Pats and Geno's. Crazy Joe. I always liked Geno's, but the last time I went was very disappointing. Yeah, Crazy Joe does some samplings on his channel. Guys, if you don't know Crazy Joe, like I said before, definitely check him out. Great guy. He and I still haven't met in person. We've been trying to meet up in person for like a year and just never works out. But definitely check out his channel. He does a lot of awesome videos. Iran, Scotland, and now Germany. Yeah, I know. That's awesome. Top of the morning to you. Art, what's going on, man? Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. I used to live in Norristown. Oh, cool. That's where I live. I live in Norristown. I still maintain that Goombas is the best in Montgomery County. Goombas is really good. It's been a while since I've had a Goombas cheesesteak. But I definitely would like to go back there. That's right up by where you live, right, Joe? Not far, right? Now I want a cheesesteak. I know, I do too. Haven't been to South Philly in a long time. The last time I was there is super sketchy. Yeah, I don't know. I don't go down there. Not because it's sketchy, but I'm very unfamiliar with Philadelphia as a whole. Like, I'm not originally from here. I'm from Columbus, Ohio. I would go downtown Columbus anytime because I know I know the area, but I don't know anything about Philadelphia other than to stay the F out of Kensington at all times. But yeah, I just don't go down there because I'm not familiar with the roads. I'm not familiar with the driving. I'm very uncomfortable down there. My friend Anthony lives in North Philadelphia. And he'll tell you I barely come out to his house. I've only been to his house once because I'm not confident in myself about knowing the roads. And believe it or not, I don't know why I don't know why I said believe it or not, and why would you guys not believe me? I'm not very good at directions, even with the GPS. Like I can't. I'm not good at following directions when it comes to driving. I was born in Montgomery County, Maryland. Cool. That's why you get the cheesesteak and get the heck out, Duke. Yeah. Get to head off to work. All right, Shifty Thrifter, man, thank you for being here. I appreciate you, bro. Hopefully I'll see you. I'll be there. Cool. Yeah, retro toys. I don't know what you look I don't know what you look like. But you know what I look like, so find me if you're there. The character of Apu was very offensive to Indians, and a documentary came out called The Problem with Apu. Were famous. Indian actors talked about their issues with the character. Yeah, that's the world we live in right now, which I totally understand it, and that's why they took him off, apparently. Character is still on the show, but he is now voiced by an Indian actor to make him less offensive. Okay. Yeah, I can understand that. We met briefly at Walmart once. We did, yes. Crazy Joe, you're right. I forgot about that. Yes, we did meet briefly at Walmart one time. I think both of us were looking at toys. Oops. I have to go keep the toy thrifty. I have to go keep the toy thrifty. Your favorite saying. Yeah, Kathy, thank you for being here, man. I appreciate it. You don't know if you don't go. You're right. I love The Simpsons. Thank you, Kathy, for being here, man. What's your favorite food? My favorite food? Chinese food. Love me a good Chinese buffet. Hello, Koku Shibu. Thank you for being here. Brady Bunch, Gilligan's Island, and Courtship of Eddie's Father are my favorites. I have no idea what the Courtship of Eddie's Father is, but Brady Bunch was definitely cool. Gilligan's Island, that was another show, kind of like MASH, where I never really got into it. For me, anyway. So I'm gonna go pass out. Good luck with the trolls. I'll hit you up later. All right, Derek, Dragon Master Fine. Thank you for being here, buddy. I just subbed to Crazy Joe's. Cool. Since I'm friends with the Philly captain, I only go to Kensington of a meeting up with him. Man, be careful there, Joe. Like, I've never been there, but from what I've seen online, yeah, I have no desire. Or anything. The captain and Ontario Street Crazy Joe, excuse me. What's your favorite sport? Football. Or professional wrestling, if you consider that a sport. Definitely wrestling. Football. Baseball. I like baseball a lot. I thought you'd say breakfast is your favorite. I do love breakfast too. But Chinese, I love Chinese buffet. Remember those action figures from the movies Aliens? Those were my favorite as a kid. Yeah, those are cool. My son, Steven, actually still likes the Aliens movie figures. The Kenner, like from the 90s, he has a lot of the Kenner movie figures from Aliens. And of course, he loves like the NECA Aliens figures for sure. How do you win shared custody? I think you're in the wrong live stream, buddy. For that, I have no idea. My favorite toy as a young child was my Gilligan's Island floating play set. Oh, that's cool. I don't think I've ever seen that. Like I said, I'm not a huge Gilligan's Island person. So I don't think I've ever seen that before. I think I could too. RV animals. I could eat Chinese food. Definitely, if it's like a Chinese buffet, I could go there at least every other day. What was one of your absolute favorite toys as a kid? Probably, I don't know, man. There are so many that I love. One of my absolute favorites would probably be, it's got to be my WWF LJN ring and figures. That's what I played with the most. But I mean, my 80s GI Joes. I was into Transformers for a little bit, which is why I don't really collect a lot of them now, because it wasn't like an obsession like GI Joe and WWF was. But one thing I always also loved were like the little PVC figures, like of everything, the Smurfs, the little PVC figures that you see. I loved those. Like I had Inspector Gadget, I had Fat Albert, I had the Smurfs, I had, the Care Bears, I had the Chipmunks, Alvin and the Chipmunks. I had like tons and tons of like little PVC figures. I don't know why I like them so much. But I like those. I loved those as a kid. But like if I had to pick one of as my favorite, all-time favorite childhood toy, would have to be my WWF LJN ring and figures. Anyone remember Micro Machines? Yep, I had Micro Machines too. They're awesome. I don't know why I'm watching you, but you sound cool. Well, thank you, Fixbucks. I appreciate that. 80s, I remember Micro Machines. Yeah, I had Micro Machines too. Pretty cool. I had like I had planes. I had like old, like the 57 Chevy with the engine on top. I had Micro Machines were cool. And I love, like the gross out toys, like Mad Balls and Garbage Pail Kids, of course. Like I remember going to the pharmacy every week before church. My mom would drop us off at the pharmacy on a Wednesday night or something, and before church, and we would go in and get some candy, and I'd always get a pack of Garbage Pail Kids. Like, you can't replicate those, you can't duplicate those memories anymore like that, because things are so different in the world now. Kids have no idea how cool it was to go in and just buy like 1 or 2 packs of cards. Like now you got to buy like a whole like $60-$80 hobby box of cards to get anything good. When back in the 80s, I was totally satisfied with $1 to get a couple pieces of candy and a couple packs of Garbage Pail Kids cards. Like, so awesome. Let's see. I collect Star Wars Micro Machines, Toy Man. Cool. I have Micro Machines Power Rangers. Today is my birthday. Carly, happy birthday. Samuel Putu, thank you for coming in, brother. Bugs. Fix bugs. If you wear round glasses, you'd look like Sakamoto from Sakamoto days. I don't know who that is. Sorry. From UK. Thank you for being here, Samuel. I appreciate that. Jennifer Rose says, happy birthday, Carly. Is that a Suicide Squad hat? Yes, it is. Suicide Squad hat. I got that at the Goodwill. I don't usually wear these flat brimmed hats. I like the, like the curved ones, but this one just kind of looked cool. So yeah, it is Suicide Squad. It's got Joker, Harley Quinn, Enchantress, I think is her name, Deadshot, and I don't know who that is, but I forget who that is too. $5K Tones. Okay. I'll be honest, all my toys were a big deal because my parents didn't have much money at the time. So birthdays and Christmas were epic to me. That's awesome. Yeah, that's cool. My mom and dad, thankfully, my mom didn't work when we were kids. My mom stayed home with me and my sister. But my dad worked really, really hard. My dad worked from like 8 o'clock in the morning until sometimes like 9 or 10 at night. I remember sometimes my dad wasn't even at home when we went to bed because he worked for himself. He did appliance repair, and we lived about an hour north of Columbus, and so my dad would work in Columbus all day and then have to drive home to where we were, and sometimes we wouldn't see him. He would usually drive us to school, or where we got picked up by our school bus at the church in the mornings. So we would see him at like 8 o'clock, but then we wouldn't see him again sometimes until the next morning. So my dad worked really, really hard and really long hours, like 6 days a week. And, we had a lot more than some kids did, but only because my dad worked so hard. So, as an adult, I can appreciate that more now. Garbage Pail Kids, another thing we had to sneak. Yeah, my mom didn't like Garbage Pail Kids. Let's see. I was just listening to the Spooky Picture Show podcast last night, and they were talking about the Garbage Pail Kids movie. Truly a terrible film. Yes, I agree. I think I've only seen the Garbage Pail Kids movie once or maybe twice. Yeah, it was from what I remember, it's not a great movie. Josie, it's your birthday too? Awesome. Congratulations. Happy birthday. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Do you watch anime? I do not watch anime. I've been tempted to get into anime a couple times. Naruto looks awesome. Like the popular animes. I don't know anything about like the ones that aren't as mainstream. But like Naruto, I guess is how you say it. One Piece. I've seen like a couple episodes. Dragon Ball, I've never seen any Dragon Ball. My brother-in-law likes Dragon Ball a lot. But I've never seen any of that. So, no, I'm not a big anime person really at all. Josie, love your videos. Thank you. I appreciate that. God bless America. Low taper fade. I'm not sure what that means. I have watched all of your videos and I'm caught up on 80s Toys Rock. Cool. I appreciate that, RB. RB Animals and Movies is one of one of my favorite subscribers that I have contact with. He and I have talked many times. He comments on just about all of my videos, which I truly appreciate. Very, very, very good friend of the channel. So I appreciate that. RB Animals. Nerd Life as well. Nerd Life, I gotta go, buddy. All right, bro. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Yeah, my phone didn't get a full charge last night, so I don't know how much longer, guys. I'm gonna be. Let me just check it here and see. I don't know. I don't know how much longer I'm gonna be doing this because my phone's got to be getting low. Where are you? The brick wall backdrop makes it seem like you're hanging out on a street corner. Yeah, I'm just hanging out here in the street corner. Doing a live stream. No, I'm actually on my front porch. This brick wall is the front of my house. And I don't know if you can hear or not. Let me flip this around for you guys that don't remember. If you weren't here last week, this is like, I live on a busy street, kind of in the middle of the city. So this is where I'm at right now. All the houses around here are brick. So yeah, that's where I'm at. I'm not on a street corner. Don't worry. Oh, hey you. I get to say, what's up? I think I missed most of the show. I will watch the replay. Rabbit Hammer, thank you, man. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it, bro. Say Richard Chamberlain passed away. You guys see that? I was like, I'm cold. Richard Chamberlain. You have to remind me who that is. Name doesn't sound familiar. You know what they say about brick houses? Much harder to big bad wolf to blow them down. Yeah. Yeah, that is true. This is actually my father-in-law owns this house. It's a half of a duplex. And I kind of explained this last time. I don't know if you guys remember. My wife and I, Steven, let me reflate. Let me start that over. Me, Lori, and Steven all live on the second and third floor apartments. There are two apartments in this house. He remodeled it when they moved in like 30 years ago, and totally closed off the first floor. And once you walk in the front door, it's like a hallway with stairs. You walk through, and there's stairs that go up to our apartment, and then over to the side is like a first floor apartment that's totally separated. So they live on the first floor. Lori, Steven, and I live on the second and third floor apartments. So anyway, not that you needed to know that, but it's freaking chilly today here in Mass myself. Yeah, it is chilly today here. I thought it was supposed to be nicer today. It was warm yesterday. Today is cold. I gotta be honest. I thought Richard Chamberlain passed away a few years ago. I'm not familiar with who that is. Oh, look at these little dogs. Hope you guys are enjoying your coffee while we're doing this. Mine's almost gone. I'll have to go get some more. Believe it or not, I can easily drink a pot of coffee, I think, every day myself. And I've never thought of myself as like a huge, well, I mean, lately I do, but a huge coffee drinker is what I was going to say. But as an adult, I've kind of, become a pretty big coffee drinker. When I was a kid, I never thought I would be, because my dad would drink black coffee. I don't like black coffee. And my dad always had black coffee, and it was like, ugh, no, no thanks. I like the smell, but not the taste of black coffee. But if you just put a pack or two of Splenda in there, a little bit of creamer, it's all good. The Alan Quatermain movies and like the Indiana Jones. Oh, okay. Like your coffee mug, man. Good morning. Good morning, Marcus. Thank you for being here, man. I appreciate it. We're not doing much. We're just hanging out. I'm freezing out here on my front porch. Um, and so I guess I'll say that probably 2 weeks from now, let's see, next Sunday, I'm going to be going to a toy show at the Chester County Collectibles Show in Exton, Pennsylvania. So we won't be doing this next Sunday. So probably 2 weeks from now, I'll do this again. If you guys want to join me, I would appreciate it. Coffee runs right through me. You know what? Not a lot of coffee doesn't run right through me like that, except for McDonald's iced coffee. Like, I don't know what it is. When I buy McDonald's iced coffee, like I gotta go to the bathroom like 3-4 times. Like, I know that's probably way more than you guys needed to know, but it goes right through me too. Like I gotta, yeah. Sorry, that was probably uncalled for. I shouldn't have said that. Let me catch up on this. Let's see. My phone is about to die. Nice spending Sunday morning with my bro. Love you. All right, I love you. Thanks for being here. You should do a vlog for the show. I would watch it. Yeah, the toy show, you mean? Yeah, I'm definitely going to make a video there. So that'll be up, like, part of the week after. We are in the middle of a little snowstorm up here in northern Wisconsin. Oh, man, don't say that. I don't need any snow, that's for sure. I hate snow. RB says, later, Jennifer. Rabbit Hammer, I've gone through phases with my coffee. Actually, at this point, with my coffee at home, I drink it black, but if I'm out or Dunkin', I get a few sugars and creams. Yeah, I actually tried. I had to go get my driver's license renewed, like my actual card, the other day. Man, my hand is hurting so bad. I don't know what I did to it. Anytime I move it, it's hurting. But I had to go get my driver's license renewed the other day, and the DMV that I went to is right next to a Dunkin' Donuts. And I went in and I got one of their, I don't know if it's new, but it's pistachio flavored iced coffees. It was pretty good. I got it with like three of each, three creams and 3 Splendas. And some of their pistachio flavored iced coffee. It's pretty good if you like pistachio. Go Birds, yep. Ketchup makes the world go round. So yeah, I highly recommend the Dunkin' pistachio iced coffee. Definitely. Lex Later, good video. Go get a coffee on me. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. $5. Thank you. I appreciate that. I will definitely use that for some coffee. But yeah, Dunkin', I don't really go there a lot because when I go there, I'm tempted to get a donut and I'm trying to stay away from that stuff. But I did, again, I was right next to it and had to get some coffee that day because we had just dealt with a lot with Steven's been going through a lot, personal stuff. And we had just dealt with a lot of stuff and I had to get some coffee that day. It was actually like 2:00 in the afternoon. Can't get into iced coffee. I drink it hot, even on 90-degree days. Yeah, I drink hot and cold. I prefer it hot, but iced coffee just hits the spot sometimes. But Dunkin' Donuts is pretty good. I like all the different. I'm not like a foo-foo coffee drinker. Like, I don't like, like whipped cream on top and all these syrups and stuff. And I just want just coffee, like just hot coffee or just iced coffee. That's it. Hey, give my best, Steve. That kid is aces. Great name too. Same as mine. Yeah, he's awesome. I will definitely tell him. I appreciate that. He is a good kid. He acts funny sometimes when he's on camera with me. He like does his voices, like he always does these crazy voices and stuff, and he does his voices, and then he says, "Dad," he's like, "You don't think people think I'm stupid or something by doing these voices, do you?" I said, "No." I said, "Just be yourself. You know what? Who cares what people think?" I'm at the point now in my life where I don't care what people think. I'm gonna be myself, just like the trolls and stuff in here. Dude, where you need to lose weight and you need blah blah blah. You could blah blah blah. Whatever. I'll ignore you until you go away, and that's how I look at it. So I don't care. And that's what I try to teach him. And, he's 18 years old. He's gonna be 19 in like 2 months. And but he's still kind of he's on the autism spectrum, and he's got some ADHD, and so great. He's an awesome kid, and but he's inside he's a little younger than what he looks to be outside. So I still try to nurture him and teach him and train him on how to be, on the way life should be. So. But yeah, I love him. He's a great kid. I love when he comes on toy hunts with me. And he gets excited too, because it seems like, not always, but a lot of the time when he's on the videos with me, it seems like I get like more views than regularly. So I tell him, I'm like, yeah. I said, man, look at this, Steve. I said, you're in this video. I got, 1,000 views on this video because you were in it. And he gets a kick out of that. So he's a good kid. Let's see. That's how my mom likes her coffee from Starbucks, is with whipped cream on top. Yeah, I don't do the whipped cream on top of coffee. Let's see. Have fun with your channel, man. You seem to have a lot of support. Steven is awesome on camera. Keep bringing him. Thank you. I appreciate that, Marcus. Yeah, he's he likes thrifting. He's the kind of kid where he collects very specific things, and he will not deviate from those things. No matter, I try to get him to get into other things, or, like, dude, you should pick that up. He only wants certain things, and that's cool. Unlike me, where I want everything. He only wants Transformers and Nerf guns. Like, that's all he wants. And those are the things he collects. Although, I mean, he likes swords, like replica swords. There's a company called what's that company called? I forget what the company's name is, but there's a company that he gets catalogs from in the mail. And I mean, he's spent a couple $100. He has a job at CVS. He works at CVS. So he has his own job, his own money. And, he's actually saved up and spent money on like replica swords and replica lightsabers. He loves like these expensive like replica lightsabers that you guys see people doing reviews of and stuff online. He loves lightsabers, and he loves swords and knives. But when we go to the thrift store specifically, he's always looking for Transformers and Nerf guns. So it's fun. It's fun. Steve is a great kid. Yes, he is. BR, good morning. How are you? Blessed Goat, how's it going? Same. I have many. Yeah, he has a lot. I pick whatever catches my eye. Yep, same here. And I love it when I do a video and you guys call me out on things that I missed. Like, there was a video that I put out, I think last Monday or Tuesday, where I was looking around and there was a vintage Sesame Street playset on one of the shelves, and I totally missed it. Like, I didn't even see it. I saw it when I was editing my video, like when I was putting the video together and I was doing my editing and getting ready to put it out for you guys. I saw it then, but when I'm in the store, it is so hard. Like when you're trying to film and you're trying to find cool stuff to show. Sometimes I will just miss things that are right in front of my eyes, like that was. like I would have totally, you know, taken a look at that and seeing if that was something that could have possibly been something that I would have bought and brought home for myself. A vintage Sesame Street playset. But I totally missed it. And several people sent me messages or sent comments and was like, dude, you totally missed that vintage Sesame Street playset that was on the shelf. And yeah, I just missed it. I used to be all in on the replica masks and props. I'm a horror movie nut. But I did that from like 2002 to 2011. Let's see. Sorry about that. Let's scroll. Did the horror cons and everything, but then in the late 2011, the figure bug hit me, and again, I went all in. Yeah. At this point, I dabble in the horror stuff. It's a lot more easy to get good, affordable stuff than 20 years ago. Yeah, horror is cool. I'm somewhat into, again, I collect mostly vintage toys, and I'm trying at this point to narrow. Oops, sorry guys. Narrow down my collection. Sorry about that. Narrow down my collection into mostly horror stuff that I'm keeping. So I don't really, or not mostly horror stuff, mostly vintage stuff that I'm keeping. So I don't really have a whole lot of. When I think of horror stuff, I usually think of like NECA and like modern figures. So I don't really have a lot of like horror because that's usually all I find. But of course, I know there's vintage horror stuff too. So if I ever find vintage horror stuff, I would definitely pick some of that up. Let's see. I got a question. I recently made a trade about 1,500 90s McDonald's toys for 50 vintage turtles, 25 half-shell heroes, a bunch of dads, and books. Probably meant DVDs and books, and a bunch of McDonald's Happy Meals toys. Turtles. That sounds like a pretty good deal. My dad used to buy many swords. Bud K, yeah. RB, that's the catalog. Bud K. Of course, I'm a superhero nut too. Yeah. Yes, you did identify the group for me. I was confused about the groups. I had never seen that group before. But yeah, I mean, I don't mind when you guys see things in my videos. Definitely shout it out, put it out in the comments. I appreciate that. I am far from perfect. I'm just a normal guy like you guys are, and I miss things and I misidentify things a lot of times, and I'm still learning about different toy lines. I mean, there are 80s and 90s toy lines that I don't even know about myself still. So yeah, anytime you guys know something that I don't, or see something that I don't in my video, feel free to shout it out. I appreciate you guys being on the lookout for me. Blessed Goat, thank you for being here. I appreciate it. How long have we been on here? An hour and 45 minutes. Cool. I really want to record a small video and upload. It's been like 6 years. I want to do a small collection update. I'm trying to get into really doing, but you know how things are. Soon though, I hope. Yeah, Rabbit Hammer, that would be awesome. I love videos about collections. Like, I mean, I watched this dude on YouTube. I just kind of started recently, but it seems like he collects a lot of the same stuff I do. He doesn't go toy hunting that often. Like every couple weeks, he'll go to a Walmart or something. But most of his videos are just about his collection. He just talks about, what he's doing, with his collection. He's setting up his collection and stuff. I enjoy those kind of videos. So, it doesn't have to be fancy. Like, I mean, I say that to you guys, but um, at the same time, I'm like, oh, I feel like I have to go thrifting on every one of my videos, or nobody's gonna watch them. So, it's hard to, it's hard to get motivated to do different types of videos. I would love to do more videos at home. It doesn't translate too well for some reason for me. Um, and like I don't know, it just doesn't connect with people, I guess. Because I don't. I mean, I say that because of like the views on my YouTube statistics and things. But like it seems like only people mostly want to watch thrifting videos or videos that are me shopping. The at-home videos and stuff don't do as well. But that's, I mean, in the long run, I don't really care. I'm just doing this for entertainment, to entertain you guys. I'm doing it because I enjoy it. So if it's, 100 people watching or 1,000 people watching, I guess it doesn't really matter to me because I'm not doing this for the views or the money. I'm just doing it to, have something to do. It's a hobby. It's not my full-time job. So, RB, I have an ET record to send you when I have time to mail it to you. All right, I appreciate that, bro. That's awesome. Asia, hi, how are you? I have a question. Sure. I have old cases of sealed Pokemon cards that I found that were my dad's. Do you think they're worth anything? I mean, probably. If they're old sealed Pokemon, I would definitely, take them, find somewhere in your area that you could take them to and see, what you could get for them. Or look online, look on eBay listings, the sold listings of, similar packs that are unopened and see what they're going for. Don't get ripped off. Know what you have before you go anywhere so that you don't get ripped off. I hear you. I mean, viewers, I guess, do like to see what's out there, so I can feel out. Feeling about too. I don't drive, actually, so I'm a big homebody, and I love to live vicariously through you. But I love any kind of vid from you. I love seeing chill videos from home. I appreciate that, man. I really do. Who's your favorite rapper? Honestly, I don't know if I have a favorite rapper. I don't listen to rap all that much. I mean, I don't have anything against it. I just don't. I don't really listen to it that much. I'm not sure if I have a favorite rapper, honestly. I will watch anything you upload. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. I really do. Not a big rap guy, but I love 90s rap. Wu-Tang, Snoop. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Probably like anyone from the 90s. Snoop. Yeah, I don't know a lot of the modern stuff. The classics, yep. All right, guys. Well, I appreciate all you guys being on here. I think I'm gonna jump off of here for now. I think I'm gonna wrap it up. Like I said, anybody locally that's gonna be at the Chester County Toys and Collectibles show next Sunday, hit me up. I'm probably gonna be there, for a little while anyway. So if you see me there, please feel free to come up and say hi. I would love to meet you and talk to you and give you a sticker. So yeah, please feel free to come up and say hi. And I'll definitely be doing a video while I'm there, so you guys will be able to see all the cool stuff. Yeah, good seeing you too, Rabbit Hammer. I appreciate it. Marcus, thank you for being here, bro. Guys, I appreciate you. I'm gonna wrap it up. Anyway, I was saying I'm not gonna be doing another live stream next week because I'm gonna be at the toy show. But the following Sunday we'll probably do this again. So I'll try to have some stuff to talk about that time. That day. So yeah, I'm freezing. I'm gonna go get some more coffee. It's cold out here. Guys, try to stay warm. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you guys. I'll talk to you later on.